My first year running, when I only had 9 soldiers I was running for. I was running the Devil's Dive half marathon in Traverse City, and the Devil's Dive is a very steep hill. So I got to mile 6 or so, and there was about a quarter-mile stretch of white picket fence bordering a pasture. And I noticed there were horses out there, and then I started counting the horse, and I thought, there's 9 of them here. That's kind of weird. Like, I'm running for my 9 soldiers at this time. There's 9 of them. They're running alongside of me. All 9 of them, in line, ran with me another quarter mile or half mile down the road, however long it was, till the other side of the fence ended. And that was just very emotional, because I felt like, you know, whether people think I'm crazy or not, I really felt like those were representation of the 9 fallen soldiers at that time. And that was kind of their way of saying, hey, keep doing what you're doing, because we really appreciate it, and we're watching down on you from above. I was a sergeant in the Army at 19 Delta Cavalry Scouts. That was my job. When I created this whole thing, I thought, you know, I don't want to just copy a military flag, but this red over white, this is really a deep part of me. For 6 years while I was in the Army, you know, you don't give up, you just keep going. Failure is not an option. So I decided to use that on my flag, and I have the kneeling soldier in front of the battle cross, which is the upside down rifle with the helmet, and the streamers on there. So there's 33 streamers. There's several different colors on there. I know those families, and I've told them, I realized that what I started here was representing the people I served with that didn't survive, but you know, I knew your brothers or your sons or your husbands, whoever they were, I knew them, and I want to add them to what I'm doing. The hardest part of the race is probably the starting point, because you're so energized, you want to get out there and just go, and a lot of people make the mistake of going too fast. So I try to hold myself back. I always try to keep a little extra energy. It's just a military thing. You might not know how far you have to run behind enemy lines to get back to the safe zone, so you always keep that a little bit in reserve. But as I'm going, there's a lot of different emotions. You know, around 45 minutes, your body starts to release endorphins, which are like natural painkillers, a natural runner's high. And that's really when you start thinking about the soldiers who you're running for. You think about their families. Anytime it gets hard, I think about my 33 guys. I look at their names on the streamers there as I'm running. And I think, you know, what these soldiers went through, that was hard. These soldiers, they were injured. They died right there in the battlefield. You know, whether they bled out or whatever the circumstances were, that was hard. I'm just carrying a flag representing them, and I'm gonna be done in a couple hours. So when you think about it like that, it's not hard at all. Running all these races I've run hundreds of races over the past 4 years. I've got a lot of medals, a ton of medals. And the one thing I never told anybody, but I wish I could just give all those medals away just to have my soldiers back.
Thought about my guys, and just really emotional. But I feel good that I could represent them and let others know about them. You know, Specialist Robert Fries from Harrison, Master Sergeant Richard White from Detroit, Sergeant Craig Frank from Lincoln Park, Corporal Justin Pope from Riverview. I mean, there's 33 of them. I could go on all day. I thought about each and every one of them. I thought about their families, and I'm just thankful that I could be here today to do this for them.